He's coming up here to grab some more to haul down to...
Yeah, he's going to come right up by here, and he's going to go right up to that last clip you can see there with the leaves on it on the right-hand side of the road.
Okay.
He'll grab that and bring it down. But if you want to just step right over here, just in case. So the only thing with these is sometimes they'll run over a stick.
They'll roll over or something and it'll get thrown.
Exactly, yeah. You want to be pretty cautious around them, give them plenty of space.
Actually looks bigger when it's moving than just when it's sitting there.
Yeah. It's a 535 is a pretty big skidder. It's not by any means the biggest skidder they make.
Yep.
From a wheelbase width standpoint, it's pretty decent for what we're doing here. But yeah, so he just goes back and forth all day long, essentially. Typically, from an efficiency standpoint, we try to have them, take a long one, take a short one, long one, short one. Right now, they're really focusing on the right of way.
Yep.
So it's a little bit slower than normal.
Mm-hmm.
We do, pay attention to, hitches per hour, hitches per day. These guys have goals to hit. He's going extremely slow right now, and it may be a function of we're sitting here watching him. or it's probably a function of his limber man just took a break. Yeah. So he doesn't want to,
because it looks like most of his pile of stuff that still needs to be limbed is getting down pretty low.
Yeah, so it's just one hit.
Because he's working off of what that guy just piled. Yep.
But typically they won't hot yard a bunch of hitches out in front of them because it just makes for a mess. Yeah. The skidder's got to kind of deal with the brush hitch for hitch. So you'll see he's going to go up and grab that hitch. He'll come back and he'll sit and wait right here until he's either done or just about done that hitch. Yeah. Because he doesn't want to put, especially where he just took a little break. These guys are working as a team, not against each other. Yeah.
He's not trying to pile up.
He's not trying to bury him. Yeah. I mean, that'd be kind of a,
And for some people, that could be a little bit of a
more pressure than all.
Yeah. Well, some people get a little bit competitive and try to do that kind of thing.
Right. Well, so I've had crews in the past where the skidder guy will work to bury the limber guy, and then he'll sit there on his phone and take a break. Right. We don't want that. We want these guys working together. Yeah. So that way, what's good for him, the critical piece is the limber. He's the one that's slower than everybody else. So the critical thing is to keep him always limbing. Yep. Always stroking wood. If that machine never stops, that's kind of where we want to be. The skidder doesn't really matter if we stop here, wherever. Yep. The bottleneck is always...
Yeah, so if the only time he stops is for bathroom breaks and get more coffee to necessitate the next bathroom break, then
that's definitely the where we'd find
that's the plus side.
Yep.
So that thing can handle a wide range of diameters.
Yeah, it can. So that machine probably tops out like 30 inches, which you don't really have any 30-inch wood here. What I like to see with the limber operators, you see how small that hardwood tree was that he just was messing with? When we see them limbing that tiny wood out, that's what we want. We want maximum recovery. The biomass pile is not worth anything. Yep. The round wood pile is where the money is. Okay. So the more round wood that we can get out of the biomass, obviously the better the financials are. You should be fine. Maybe.
Should be fine. Yep. Okay.
Because he's going to start turning that way.
That must have been what he cut the first day he was out here. With how much the leaves have dried up. Yeah. That was his first day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say all this wood that he's yarding here will be on the first day when we...
Because this stuff is what he just cut today.
He just cut that this morning, just after I talked to him. Yeah, he cut a few trees right out there. Or actually, he cut a few fir right over here.
I kind of like that stand of trees and then a clear area.
As far as the little island?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of how it came out here. I don't like to see big yard pockets. This one is bigger than I'd like to see.
Yep.
It is necessary with biomass. That's the only thing. But we do like to break up the yard pockets. Yep. So we're going to zip that crotch off.
Yep.
We'll break it off right now.
And then get on to...
And he's going to take the mate, and cut it quite all the way through. And he'll limb out the main stem, and then he'll pick up that branch and limb that out too. Goes right back to the best. We want the best utilization we can get on roundwood. There are lazy operators out there that would just cut that off, take the second top, throw it in the biomass pile. That's not what we want, because we're wasting money at that point. And the contractor is not going to want that either. The operator is here by the hour, right? He's limbing wood all the time. But the contractor, he's got the effort.
Contractor gets paid out of that file for the most part.
That's correct.
And the more he can get his hourly guy to put into that pile, the better for the contractor.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So
and better for us.
Yeah, exactly. So we really want to maximize that roundwood production.
That one's almost 50, 60 feet.
Yeah, exactly. That one's probably about 50 feet. And but that'll go on a trailer as is.
Okay.
If they get too long, they'll bring when the trucks come, they'll bring another machine. It's called a loader.
Yeah.
And that oftentimes that'll have a slasher with it. I'm confident this one will, because we are going to run into some logs here, hardwood logs. See, that was that second top, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. I just lost my train of thought here. If that was too long when he goes to load a truck, he would nip off 16 footer off the butt, and then throw that right on the truck. The tree that size right there, them limbing that out, that's what we want. That's it's a huge difference in revenue if that goes in the biomass pile versus no. Right?
Yeah, and that one's 4 inches diameter.
Yeah, it's probably 5 or 6 on the butt, and they're trying to be 2 to 3, 2 to 4 on the top, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can't see it right from here, but he is sorting the wood based on forest product.
Yeah, I can see where he's putting things down in terms of the larger ones. He's stacking closer towards us, it seems.
Yeah, so I think he's got a little popple sort on this side. So he's sorting his popple, he's sorting hardwood log, potential material, hardwood pulp, spruce studwood, fir studwood, and then softwood pulp. So,
okay, yeah, because the color does change at the end of the stack.
Yeah, I think that's all popple.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it gets sorted off. See, this one right here is popple. We'll probably put that on this end.
Yep.
In that same sort.
Yeah. And
I say that one might not be popple actually. It looked like popple. Might have been a red maple. But so that would be that farther pile. The taller one would be his hardwood pulp. Which is a relatively low value product, but you've got a lot of it here, so it'll add up a little bit. But that's what, you can't stress enough that that's what we want to see, those little tiny trees. If you had like a hand crew type of a different system to cut this wood lot, there's not a hand crew guy in the world that would cut that tree and then limb it out. They'd say, if they had to cut it to get by it, they'd say, oh, that's not even big enough to put a choker on. We're going to leave it right there and drive over it.
Yep.
We do want that volume because there is a lot of it on the lot.
So that area up there, the 14 acres that was done a couple of years ago, was probably a hand crew with the amount of stuff that they left on the ground.
It could have been, yeah. Definitely the one down here was cut by a hand crew as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is pretty dirty looking cut as well.
Yeah, the one on the other person's property. Yeah, that's got tons of what looks like to me good wood.
Hand crew. Yeah. So you got that mentality, old school hand crew mentality. Oh, that's not big enough to put a choker on. I'm not going to mess with it, right? So they're more, you know, high grading for us, right?
Right.
Where we want to take the good with the bad and leave the good, right? Leave some good.
Yeah. But does a hand crew typically cut as much out of the forest as that crew did on the other person's property?
They can, yeah. I mean, it all kind of goes back to landowner goals. You know, if the landowner says, hey, I've been paying taxes here for 30 years, I want every dime, they will do that.
Yeah. I was thinking they could have left a lot more standing and still got out what they ended up hauling out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, those old hand crews, like the mentality is like mullet, you know, it's pretty rough. With the harvester crew like we have, you know, the ability to reach out with that harvester, cut the tree off, pick it up, and then bring it over and set it in the trail. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. You know, you get a lot less stuff mauled down.
Yeah, I've got some drone footage where I back away from where it's working and settle down, so I just see a view of the treetops over there where he's working, and then I'll see a tree pop up and just shake around, and he's moving it, and then lays it down. That's a big benefit of a harvester crew, because they do cause less damage to the residual forest, which is what we want. What kind of wood is that? Poplar there?
That is, no, that's a piece of hardwood pulp. It looks like yellow birch. Maybe it's
okay.
Hard to tell from here.
Yeah, he's going way towards the back of his pile there.
Yeah, he's in his hard. That's definitely the hardwood pulp sort. I looked his sorts over this morning when I first got here. And he's doing fine. Say that one's a poplar, but it looks more like a red maple to me. From here, it's hard to tell.
Like he's getting a good amount of bark off of that one.
Yeah, so this time of year the bark peels. It's just a function of basically the bark will set up and harden up in August, like mid-August. It'll stop peeling and it'll start sticking. Just a function of summer operation. Springtime, it really peels.
Wonder how good he is with toothpicks.
With toothpicks?
I mean, chopsticks.
Oh, chopsticks, yeah.
Because it almost looks like going down and grabbing it with...
Yep, just those front grab arms.
Yep.
See how he's kind of making his hitch. He's kind of keeping himself clean as he goes.
Yeah.
What we don't want is a bunch of brush underneath the roundwood, because it just takes space. We try to keep the yard space. It's critical to keep the yard spaces small so we don't wind up with a clear cut hole.
Right. Great. So we don't end up with a great big hole.
Right. Exactly.
And
that footprint they have now, that's as big as it'll be.
Yep. And then we can drive down here and park, and just off of that corner of the clearing, it's maybe 50 yards to the stream.
Yep, exactly. Yep, no, it's not far at all. That little brook that comes down through here is actually only about maybe 100 yards down over the hill.
Yeah, well, right there it's pretty close.
Yeah.
And then where the beaver pond was is about 75 yards through there.
Yep, you can kind of see the whole...
Yeah, where it brightens up behind those trees.
Yep, exactly.
It smells good.
Yeah, that balsam fir typically smells really good. that is a piece of balsam fir. So studwood, balsam fir, studwood versus pulp. That one didn't need to, I thought he was going to butt that off. But he'll look at the butt of that, and if it's got rod in it, which a lot of these balsam fir did, there's a saw. He's got a topping saw and a butt saw. So he can take a chunk off of it to try to get it to sound up, which will take us from a softwood pulp product to a studwood product, which is like 10 times more valuable.
Yep. Yeah. And the wood can be used as wood.
Yeah, so the studwood will be used as 2x4s, 2x4s, 2x6s, and the softwood pulp is primarily used for tissue paper.
Okay.
Toilet paper, paper towel.